We are going even deeper into the builder today as I've been dissecting every piece of information, giving you guys all the breakdowns on the builder, the takeovers, the new systems, things like the badges. I have a bunch of breakdowns for you. But today, I'm going to be diving into a new build that they showcased. And I want to give you a comparison to 2K24, discuss a couple of important things that I'm starting to realize, and hopefully help you grasp the changes that they're making and the decisions that they had. First thing I want to talk about is something that Zach kind of discussed in the interview with Chris Manning for the courtside video trailer. He broke down that they wanted to, give the players more freedom and also, change things up. So in his post on social media and on Discord, he wanted to highlight that you're going to be able to do more, you're going to be able to have more attributes and so on. And I got excited but also worried, like, oh man, we're going to go crazy, because you guys know I tend to only make top tier builds. Study this. I prefer to stay in the builder as long as it takes, just making all kinds of builds for every position. And this made me excited because it's like, okay, what do you mean? And now I kind of got a picture, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I think is happening. So first and foremost, we mainly want to focus on the right side. This is a real picture, by the way. This isn't, fan made or anything. On the left here, you can see a bunch of stats. It's a 99 overall build already made by them. And this is not me making it, by the way. So just know that I would do much better than this. But it has the main things I want you to focus on. It has a 93 driving, layup, and dunk. So both of them are stacked. You're going to be able to finish crazy. That is very powerful, guys. I always say that you have to have a high layup if you have a high dunk, if you really want to be able to take contact dunks and all that. If you have only dunk, you're going to be still fine to be able to get open dunks and some contact dunks. But when somebody's a good contester and they alter your shot from a dunk to a layup, it's awesome to have high layups. So I think that, you know, basically a slashing style of a build here could be interesting. Then you take the three at an 87. Listen, I was sitting at 76 for one of my big man builds last year, and I was hitting from anywhere at the three. I didn't have to stand in the corner. And I'm not the greatest shooter of all time, right? And I'm definitely not a center. But the point here is with an 87, are you kidding me right here? That's insane. And then the playmaking is stacked up, all right? It has 85 passing, which I'm not sure if that's going to be good enough this year. There's an extra new badge. So on top of Hall of Fame, there's another one. So the values might have changed a lot. But ball handling and speed with ball is in the 90s. So that is crazy. On top of that, it has steals at an 85. That should probably give you a decent ripper. And then, of course, speed looks okay. I'm not really feeling the speed, but we got to see this year if that is the meta. But the point is, everything on this build is insane. For if we were talking NBA 2K24, this would be insane. It's not even possible to make this build in 2K24. How do I know? Because I already made it. And so I want to give you guys a quick preview of me making that build, and the issue that we have, just so you guys know. I'm going to go ahead and put this side to side a little bit, is that there's almost impossible to get that build. By the time I got to playmaking, and I did not put up everything other stat that this other build has. For example, it has a 78 here, which is gonna get crazy. And then the mid-range is a little higher. And then free throws is a little bit higher. And passing is definitely higher. But once I got these two up, I could not do any more. And it's not that I don't believe, and this is what I want to make sure to stress to you guys, I don't believe that this coming year is going to be like, oh, all of a sudden everything is broken and they're all going to be overpowered. I do believe that they're going to restrict you. And I talked about it with one of my previous videos discussing how everything is tied together. And so I want to showcase that very quickly and give you a quick example. You see right here in this picture, when I put up my driving layup on the new builder for NBA 2K25, it also is connected to almost everything on the board here. It has over 10 attribute that it affects. So it'll boost up all the other things as well. So driving layup is going to cost you more than you think. And so the reason that's interesting is because now more than ever, you know, if they tether so many things, you're going to have a hard time and might not be able to make the build that you want. So we have to be careful and pay attention to that. So personally, as you guys know, the badges are some of the most important parts of the game. You want to have the right badge to be able to be more effective. So even with this build right now, if you look at the badges, I'm sitting on gold on this one. And guess what? Next year, all of the badges after Hall of Fame for the legend badges are gonna cost from 95 and up for the most part. So you're looking at very difficult scenario to get. So for example, the only one I have Hall of Fame on is Ankle Breaker. That's at a 93. Then if I go to driving dunk, I do have a couple of badges like Bunny, Spin Cycle, and Two Steps. So the reason I want to point that out is because you're going to have a harder time getting these to legend in the new builder. So while it looks like the new builder, and it is to a certain extent, gonna make you very powerful, and you can probably get very excited about what we see. We also have to take into account that, yeah, those stats aren't meaningful compared to what the realistic scenario. So again, just take a look. As 1, 2, 3, 4 areas in the 90s, and then a lot of them in the high 80s as well. So it's gonna be good enough, and we'll make it work regardless, because that's how we do it. But this is something just I wanted to kind of bring up to the community, have everybody discuss in the comments what y'all seeing, what y'all feeling. If y'all like me and you like making builds, feel free to share what your opinion is on how this is going to play out. In the end of the day, I think it's going to be pretty basic as far as how this will play out. In the end of the day, we're still going to have the similar setups where something might be better on gold. If we find things that are good on silver, it's going to be the greatest meta in NBA 2K25. Whatever is silver is going to be the number one thing in the game, in my opinion. If it's powerful and you can get it on silver, that'll be insane. But of course, I think gold will be the new silver. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but gold might end up being the new silver. And you want to have some things on gold and not focus too heavily on Hall of Fame or the legend level of badges. So that's my take when it comes to it. At the moment, of course, this is multiple weeks out before the game releases. I just wanted to get that conversation going. I do talk about this on the Discord and on x.com, where I just kind of post 2K thoughts and information. You can also join our membership, where we're going to have exclusive events and do a bunch of things for the community, like coaching and more. So you can join up and be a part of the movement. Go ahead and hit me up in the comments, man. By the way, go check out my video breakdowns. They should be popping up on screen right now. Catch you on that next one. Enjoy.